Money can't buy happiness. Money can't lead to happiness. I'm going to tell you guys in this video why that's wrong. And anyone telling you that is either misinformed or disingenuous. I'm going to tell you guys in this video how by me thinking differently, by me thinking that money can buy happiness and money can lead to happiness, has brought me from $40,000 in debt to a six-figure net worth, and how it can benefit you as well if you're in debt. Stay tuned. Welcome to the Kminustwo Financial Health channel. If you're new to the channel and like what you hear during this video, I'm going to ask you to do one important thing, is to share this information with someone you care and love. They can use this valuable financial literacy information to their advantage long term, and so can you. Welcome. Before I get into telling you why money can buy and lead to happiness, I'm going to tell you why, guys. But before that, I'm going to remind you guys what I put out in my last video is I'm going to challenge you guys. My theme for 25 is no jive for 25. I'm going to challenge you guys like I challenge everybody else on my net worth challenge, right? For 2025. My net worth challenge is everything you own subtract by everything you owe. And the difference between the two is minus or negative your net worth, right? So I'm going to challenge all you guys out there. My net worth challenge, guys, for this year is $45,000 to increase my net worth. I'm going to challenge you guys to beat that. Even if you don't beat that, I still like to hear from you. I'd like to challenge you guys out there to improve your financial situation, okay? I'll link my personal email down below. I like to have your name, your age, where you're from, and then your goal for this year, okay? So let's get into it. Look, not everybody know all what they need to know about personal finances, guys, to be successful, okay? If personal finance is 80% behavior and 20% knowledge, right? You don't have to know everything to be successful. I'm a perfect example of that. Look at yours truly. I went from $40,000 in debt to six-figure net worth in 12 years, $40,000 in debt in 2013, to now we are in 2025, six-figure net worth by knowing about 10% of the 20% knowledge of getting out of debt and building wealth, right? Personal finances, right? I guarantee you guys that people like Susie Orman, Dave Ramsey, the guy that gave me hope to improve my financial health, they don't know everything about personal finances, guys. I think Dave Ramsey probably tell you guys himself that he don't know everything about personal finances, and he don't, right? So that just gives you guys a great opportunity to start right now to improve your financial health, guys. To get out of debt and build wealth. You can do it no matter what color you are, age, background, where you're from, what set you are, where you at. Anybody can do it. You can do it too, guys, if you put the heart, your mind, and soul to it, okay? You can do it. You just got to understand that you ain't got to know everything to start, right? Okay, so let me give you guys some stats on personal finances and some information that before I start the process, right, of this video. I want to give you guys some stats. I'm gonna refer back to these stats as I go along here. According to bankrate.com, 59% of the American people are just, listen to this, guys, one paycheck away from financial disaster. One, okay? And according to CNBC, 59% of American people believe that they can manage their money well, they can pay their bills on time, they'd be happy. If they had more disposable income, they'll be happy if they can help other people, like their friends and family, okay? Now, another stat. Now, guys, I'm getting ready to say something here that's going to surprise you. I'm black. I know it's a shocker, okay? I'm black. I'm black, guys. Look, during this video, I'm going to dip out and refer back to the black community on their process in this whole situation, the black culture and where they are in this situation, right? With their money, right? Now, black people represent 13% of the population of the United States, but only 4% of the wealth, right? We represent only 4% of the United States wealth, guys, all right? So what is happiness, guys? What is happiness, right? There's a reason why I believe that some of these so-called black YouTube millionaires shouldn't be saying money can't buy or lead to happiness anymore. You know why, guys? You know why? Because by blindly just saying that and don't have no backing, don't have no information backing that up, then they're being disingenuous, right? Or they don't know any better, right? What is happiness, guys? You just can't say happiness, right? Because the word happiness, right, guys, comes with a whole bunch of words hooked up to it, don't it? Stuff like joy, contentment, right? Well-being, right? It's a positive emotion, right? That you get from satisfying and pleasurable experiences. What can cause happiness? For me personally, I think it's achieving goals, for example, right? For me, getting out of debt brought me a lot of joy, brought me a lot of happiness, right? See guys, happiness is hooked up to a lot of different things, a lot of different emotions and the positive aspect of life, right? Words like joy and contentment and feeling good about yourself and self-improvement, self-empowerment, right? Those are all happy words for me, guys. That's what it brought me. Getting out of debt brought me that because it led to a lot of different other experiences in life. Going to Egypt last year, right, was a happy experience for me, right? So seeing your kids or anybody achieve goals, or goal achievement that brings you happiness, right? My daughter, for example, already had her master's degree. Recently, she went and got her nursing degree. That brought me a level of happiness, right? So other people can bring you happiness as well, their achievements, right? Okay, but I believe that you can't blindly say money can't buy or lead to happiness unless you understand my 4 pillars of health. What are the 4 pillars of health? Physical, mental, spiritual, and of course, financial, okay? Let's talk about the physical first. Out of 0 being the lowest, 10 being the highest, when you're in good physical condition, when you're in good physical spirits, good physical health, what are those characteristics? You may go to your doctor on a routine basis, at least once a year. You may go to the gym 3, 4, 5 times a week. You may be in physical health. You do your curls for the girls. You got your six pack. You're feeling good about yourself, which leads to self-confidence and self-empowerment on your physical standpoint, right? Which leads to you attracting women in your life, when you attracting your girlfriend, your wife, which leads to a better resume on your job, which leads to a better job, right? That's good physical health, right, guys? Which can lead to a lot of different things, right? Which can lead to a lot of different things, right? Let's talk about the mental. The mental, you're aware of yourself. You got a good positive emotion with yourself. You're aware of where you are in life. You got good positive spirits around you. You got a good positive friendship group, right? You got a good positive family group that's supporting you, right? You got a good sense of direction where you want to go in life, right? You're feeling good about yourself, which leads to confidence, which leads to a better self-awareness, which leads to a better relationship with people around you, right? Let's talk about spiritual health. A good spiritual health, what does that look like? You got a little oomph in the morning to get up in the morning to go. You got drive in the morning. You got a sense of direction in your life. You got a sense of where you're going, which leads to a better sense of purpose. You got a sense of which leads to you helping people out, right, in your life, which is your purpose, which leads to a more fulfilled life, right, guys? Let's talk about financial. What does good financial health look like? You may be at peace. Your blood pressure may be lowered. Your cholesterol may be lowered. Your anxiety may be lowered because you don't worry about debt collectors calling anymore. You manage your money well. You got a great budget. You manage your money. You tell your money where to go. You have no debt. You have a big emergency fund in place of 6 months to a year or more, right? And you're putting a lot of money away for your future self, right? In retirement plans, 401k plans, IRAs, high yield savings accounts, and so forth and so on. Money market accounts, all right? You know about money. Your knowledge has increased about personal finances, and you're feeling good about that, right? Well, let's go back to physical health, right? If you're on your deathbed or having physical ailments and you may have some recent medical issues, what's the first thing coming to your mind? The first thing coming to your mind is not about money or the budgeting or Roth IRA. The first thing in your mind is how I'm gonna get over this, how I'm gonna get past this. I wanna get to a better health, right? I got a buddy that has an incurable lung disease. His doctors recently told him they can't do anything for him. He has breathing issues, and it can happen to him any minute, guys. He has to go to the doctor. When he goes to a doctor, it could be 2-3 days to a week or 2 weeks, right? He doesn't know. This is what situation he's in. When that happens to him, guess what? He's not thinking about personal finances, of budgeting and Roth IRAs and retirement plans. He's thinking about how he can get over in this situation. He's thinking about how he can get over in his physical health, right? How he can get better in his physical health. I got a brother that recently had a health scare. The first thing in his mind is, oh, not an IRA or a budgeting or emergency fund. His first thought was, oh shit, I should have took my medication. Oh shit, I should have did this. Oh shit, I gotta get better. I gotta do better now. I gotta get myself out of this. I gotta get out of this hospital. I gotta get myself back to my kids, my family, my friends, right? Right, guys? So, talking about mental health. If you are not aware of yourself, your emotions, your emotions are all over the place, or you're around bad company, you need to get away from that chick, right? You around a Debbie Downer, right? Around a downtrodden, you around negative Nancy's, right? All your life, and you can't see anything further, right? And that's dragging you down, where you got to see a counselor or a therapist, right? You're not necessarily thinking about money right now, guys. That may come into play by you paying off stuff and you seeing a therapist, but initially you're not thinking about your debt. You're not thinking about personal finance. You're not thinking about money. You're not thinking about budgeting. You're not thinking about IRA plans to the future. You're not thinking about high yield savings accounts. You're thinking about you just want to feel better. You just want to get away from that person. You want to get away from her ass, right? So let's talk about physical health or spiritual health. Spiritual health, right? You're 10 physically. You got curls for the girls. You got the physical health. You feeling good about yourself. You do everything right physically. You're 10. You're 10 mentally. You got around good people, right? You're around good friendships. You got a good girl. You got a good wife. You got a good family members. You're all positive energy, right? You're going in the right direction. You got a great spirit about you. You get up in the morning. You got great ideas. You got a great drive, great purpose. You want to help a lot of people, but you don't have no financial backing. You don't have no financial backing at all. Right? You can't do this. You can't do that because it's holding you back. It takes money to make things work in this life, guys. It takes money to make things work in this capitalist society, right? And don't fool yourself. You can stick your head in the sand all you want, but it takes money to run a show. It takes money. It takes skills to pay the bills, but you got to have money to pay the bills too, all right? Talking about relationships, right? Love don't pay the bills. It takes money to pay the bills, okay? So all these things have to work in connection with each other, right? My 4 pillars of health. One of them by themselves may be great, but they can't take care of your life, fulfill your life without the others, right? Those 4 pillars of health work together with each other, right? And every month goes by, every year that goes by, it's like a tire gauge, guys. Every day that tire gauge changes, right? It may have been 40 here, tomorrow it's 38, next day it's 35. Then it might shoot back up to 39, right? On a hot day, right? Cold day it drops to 33. It's just like the 4 pillars of health, guys. It changes, right? That's why you have to be aware of yourself and your surroundings and your situation, who you surround yourself with, right? And kind of mindset you have, right? Right? So you just can't blindly say that money can't buy or lead to happiness, but you got to understand where you are in life. You got to understand the 4 pillars of health, right? Because if you think about financial health, if you're at a 10 financial health, when you're taking care of everything you got to do with your finances and telling your money where to go, you're feeling good about your finances, you're on par. You're at a 10. You're the top of the level when it comes to financial health, but you have no sense of drive. You have no spiritual health. You have no sense of purpose. You're around bad people. You're around negative Nancy's. You're around Debbie Downers. You're around the downtrodden, right? How is that going to come back at you? How is that going to prolong your future? How is that going to propel you to the future? How is bad at physical health where you're in and out of the hospital and you're in your deathbed? How's that going to help you? How's that money you built up all these years going to benefit you for long-term success if you're not going to be around? So all these things, like I said before, all my 4 pillars of health have to work in conjunction with each other, okay? So by blindly saying that money can't lead to happiness, you have to take a deeper dive into that, right? So, but you may have heard some of these so-called quote unquote, let me put these up there. These quote unquote YouTube millionaires saying that money can't buy or lead to happiness. Then they're being, some of these guys are misinformed, right? They're disingenuous, some of them. I don't care what kind of money you got. You have to understand what's going on with the rest of the population. Speak for yourself, right? So some of these guys are just like you guys, right? They put their pants on. Hey, there's no different from them, me or you guys. They put their pants on just like you and I do, okay? They suffer from what society have taught us throughout the years, just like you and I do, right? It's tough. What did I tell you guys? It's tough to break this cycle. It's tough to break this culture we've been raised in, right? The other side of capitalism, right? That we've been taught all our lives to go out and get it. But it's hard to understand the concept of keeping it and growing it, right? So we have to understand whoever, I don't care how much money you got, you don't talk for me, buddy. You don't talk for me and tell me what my money represents for me, okay? So that's what these guys are missing, all right? So if personal finance is personal, don't talk out of two sides of your neck and say, oh, well, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Money's not important. It's not going to make your life or grow your life or make your life like you want it to be, right? So again, guys, it's sending out mixed messages and information, and it's disingenuous. It hurts people like you that want to get out of debt. You're searching for answers, right? You're searching for answers. You come up with one of these characters to say, oh, money don't buy happiness and money don't lead to happiness. They don't understand the 4 pillars of health. They don't understand. They don't speak for everybody. They don't speak for you. If personal finance is personal, that means your physical health is personal, your mental health is personal, and your spiritual health is personal, right, guys? So if being happy with your physical health can lead to you going to the gym on a regular basis, you seeing your doctor once a year. If physical health can lead to you more confident, self-assured of yourself, right? Can lead to more self-assurance, right? Can lead to more empowerment of yourself, which leads to a better resume for your job, or it may lead to the aurora you have around you. You're feeling good about yourself. You walk better. You feel better. You know, right? You walk with confidence, which leads to a girlfriend or wife, right? Which leads to a more fulfilled life, right? If mental health is you being aware of your surroundings and being more positive with yourself, assurance, you feeling confident, you go see, you have no qualms with saying reaching out to a clergy member or a counselor or reaching out to a therapist, or you going to take that step to be around more positive people in your life, right? To get rid of that Debbie Downer, to be around more positive people. If mental health is you, which leads to you self-improvement, you having more fulfilled life, right? If spiritual health is if you having that jump in the morning where you want to get up in the morning because you have that sense of drive, that sense of purpose, that sense of direction, right? You may feel a connection with your past family members, your past spirits, your sense of where you want to go in life, that which leads to you helping people, which leads to you having more fulfilled life. All these things are great. Then why can't your financial life leads to you having self-improvement, empowerment, you taking care of your money, telling your money where to go, which leads to you getting out of debt, which leads to you having more disposable income, which leads to you having more income to take care of your goals, dreams, aspirations, which leads to you growing your money, which leads to you growing your money for a better day, for the future you. Then why can't the same thing be for all of them, guys? Why can't that money, why can't I have your financial health in order, which leads to more money, which leads to you having more joy in your life, right? Like last year when I took that trip to Egypt, that brought me a lot of joy. That brought me a lot of more than just joy, more than just the word happiness. It brought me so many different positive things in my life, right? Because it was a sense of accomplishment. It was a sense of, I did this. I worked hard for it, right? So you can get joy, you can get happiness, you can get contentment, you can get a sense of well-being from the goals you reach in life, guys. And that includes financial goals. If you can feel good about your physical health, if you can feel good about the goals you set in your mental health, if you can feel good about the goals you set in your spiritual health, then why can't you feel good about the goals you set in your financial health, right? We have to get over these things, right, guys? We have to get over these things in our lives, right? So it's terrible for someone on there, you reach out to someone, it's terrible to tell you that, money can't buy happiness. I'm gonna jump back out to the black community. Excuse me. I'm gonna jump out and talk about the black culture a little bit. It's terrible for black people to say this, in particular if you come from terrible, bad socioeconomic backgrounds, okay, guys? All right? It's terrible. It's disingenuous, and they're misinformed, and you're not doing the public a service by saying that money can't buy happiness or money don't lead to happiness. Well, speak for yourself, buddy. Guess what? Going back to that 60%, guys, remember that? That's 60% of Americans who said that they control their money. They'd be more happy if they can buy this, if they took care of their bills, or if they had more money, they could take care of family members and do what they want to do, right? So I ain't buying it. You shouldn't be buying it either. Money can buy happiness, and money can lead to happiness, right? I'll give you an example. So by me taking care of my life, by me taking care of my financial health life, guys, I have more opportunities now. I have more opportunities to invest. I have more opportunities to take care of myself in the future. But I also, for the present time, I'll also have a better way to live by taking care of my financial life, by telling my money where to go, by I am the master. I control my money now. Before, the money controlled me, but I can control my life now. You control your financial life. You have a sense of direction how you control your life overall, right? So that leads me to maybe down the road. Right now, I reached out. Now I'm getting meals come to my house. I'm not cooking. I don't want to cook. It takes time. I have meals prepared to come to my house. I have now taken care of my meals I can have to take care of my lunch, my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That allows me time to go make more money. That allows me time to go to my gig work, which I'll talk about my gig work, guys. My gigs, I'll talk about that in future videos, but I go out and do my gig works at nights and weekends and make more money. The more money I make on those, the more money goes to my investments, okay? That makes me happy. Okay, so that just give you guys an example of things. We're happy about our physical health. We are happy about our mental health. We're happy about our spiritual health. Now, why can't we be happy about our financial health, which leads to our money? And our money leads to us being more content, more joyful, more satisfied where we are in life, right? To enjoy life, right? So again, that's what we have to understand, guys, okay? And that's what I want you to understand. Don't feel guilty about someone in your family. You know what, guys, where a lot of this comes from? It comes from these so-called religious backgrounds, how we have to cater to everybody else. We have to cater to everybody else because we're under an umbrella of religion, for example, right? I'm not saying that's everybody, but I'm saying for me, that's how it was, how I grew up, guys. So we have to get away from these sayings we say to ourselves. What are a couple other sayings we say to ourselves? Oh, money don't grow on trees, or money's the root of all evil, or you can't take it with you. That's the one I hate. You can't take it with you, or money's hard to come by, right? Again, guys, we have to get out of, in particular if you come from a terrible, bad socioeconomic background I came from on welfare. We can't, imagine me telling another black boy these things, right? Including money can't buy happiness, or money can't lead to happiness. Well, what the hell am I working for? What the hell am I going to school for? What the hell am I spending 10, 15, 20 years in school for? What am I striving for? What am I doing this for? What am I doing that for? All our lives, they tell us that, hey, go do this, go do that to make money. What are we doing all this for, guys? Money's not supposed to make us happy. Money's not supposed to buy us our happiness, all right? So get over it. Here's the thing that puts a bow on all of this, what I just said. The reason why I started a gratitude journal way back in the day when I was going through my debt process, it puts a bow on all this. It ties it all up and puts a bow on all this. I recommend, an idea for myself, guys, have a 4x6 journal, okay, that you put your gratitude journal in, right? Do that. That's for your gratitude every day when you're going through this process, particularly when you're going through the process of getting out of debt and seeing your way and increasing your financial health, increasing your financial literacy. It's great to have a gratitude journal, all right? That ties all this in. So the conclusion is this right here. For anybody out there, stop saying that money can't buy or lead to happiness, right? Speak for yourself, buddy. You don't speak for the rest of us. You don't speak for the rest of the generation, the rest of the population. You know what it comes down to, guys? It's also a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you believe all that, you're most likely not going to be successful with your money game. You're most not likely going to be successful in your financial literacy. You're most not likely going to be successful in you taking care of your debt, put an emergency fund in place, and building wealth, okay? If personal finance is personal, it's personal to you. If personal finance is personal, you can't tell me how to feel about my money I work so hard for, that I work so hard to tell where to go, that I work so hard to take care of my future self. Leave it up to yourself to believe that. Don't put it off on. Personal finance is personal. I can believe anything I want about my money, okay? So there you go, guys. That's why money can buy happiness and money can lead to happiness, okay? It's a philosophy I adopted to take care of myself, go from $40,000 in debt to now a six-figure net worth in 2025. And that can help you out as well if you adopt this philosophy, okay? K-2s, you're here. Hey, if you're new to the channel, like what you heard during this video, I ask that you like and subscribe to the video. Share this information with someone you care and love. They can use this great information to their advantage long term. As always, K-2s, we've come too far to give up who we are. So let's take it to another level. Raise the bar. Only then can we toast two ancestor stars. Peace.